Hey guys, and welcome to another week of my video blog. So a few weeks ago I was listening to a podcast by Sheryl Sandberg. Sheryl Sandberg is the current COO of Facebook and was the former VP of Google and also the Chief of Staff at the U.S. Treasury Department. Sheryl's also a best-selling author, and she recently wrote a book called Lean In, which I picked up shortly after hearing her podcast. Lean In's about women and their issues in the workplace, and as an employer of over 100 people, and about 30% of those are women, I thought this was a must-read for me as a leader, as a male leader. And as I mentioned, about 30% of my staff is female, which tells me that we probably don't have a balanced set of perspectives at the table, and that's something I think that we need to work on. Now, at 30%, I think we're ahead of most of the athletic club industry, but that just shows that our industry really needs to improve in this area. Sandberg tells a story of an NYU professor that tells his students about a real-life entrepreneur named Heidi Roizen. And Heidi was a successful venture capitalist. The only thing is, for half of his students, this professor changed Heidi's name to Howard, and the results were really interesting. They all agreed that Heidi/Howard was successful and smart and had accomplished a lot. But I'll just read this excerpt from her book, if I can find the page. The students rated Heidi and Howard as equally competent, which made sense since their accomplishments were completely identical. Yet while students respected both Heidi and Howard, Howard came across as the more appealing colleague. Heidi, on the other hand, was seen as selfish, not the type of person you would want to hire or work for. The same data, with a single difference, gender, created vastly different impressions. And I thought that this was really interesting because a lot of times maybe qualities that we see in males, like decisiveness and assertiveness, can be seen if they were in females as bossy or not a team player or selfish. And I thought that that was really interesting, and shows that we have unconscious biases in our mind. Also shows that we have social structures and systems in place that maybe limit females but promote males. And as a manager of people, I want to be very aware of those unconscious biases and those structures that aren't visible and overt. I'd love to hear your feedback on this topic. And feel free to comment on this video or shoot me an email, brianw@cpacweb.com, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks.